My husband passed away only 2 months ago, and now my mother-in-law is trying to take my house from me so my kids and I can be homeless. So 7 years ago, my mother-in-law had asked my husband and I if we wanted to do a rent-to-own thing with her house because she wanted to rent it out so she can make extra income. My husband said yes. I didn't want to because I personally did not trust my mother-in-law. She did ask my husband and I that whenever we made payments, it not be electronic, like she just wanted cash. But we never got receipts whatsoever. I would tell my husband and he said, it's just my mom, let's trust her, everything's gonna be okay. And then 2 years ago, my husband got very ill. So ever since then, we had to take care of him. My mother-in-law was blaming me for the fact that my husband was sick, and she was never happy with the way that I would take care of my husband. She always wanted to take over. So the entire time when my husband was sick, my mother-in-law and I would go back and forth because she would always argue with me. She didn't let me get close to my husband to take care of him as a wife should do. And then behind my husband's back, she would always tell me, well, just so you know, I'm going to take this house from you if my son does go to heaven, okay? Because I don't feel like you fucking deserve it. I was not going to bring this up to my sick husband. There's no way in hell because it would have just made things a lot worse. I was just praying and hoping that whatever she was saying was just out of anger and not actually true. Unfortunately, my husband did pass away a couple months ago, and not even a couple days later, my mother-in-law decided to tell me that we need to pack our shit, as in myself and my kids, because we are no longer allowed to stay in her house. I did mention to my mother-in-law the fact that my husband was paying her for the past 7 years so that we can own that house. And she said there's no receipt papers. There's nothing to prove that that was true. So guess what? Who is the lawyer going to believe, you or me? I don't want to be petty, but the only thing that I can think of is actually reporting everything to the IRS because I know for a fact that my mother-in-law has a lot of money, and a lot of that money was all the cash that my husband was giving her.